Stu, going up to St James's doesn't happen that often for Ipswich Town. It's been a long time since we've been up there. And sadly, confirmation of relegation could be confirmed. And it doesn't get any easier, though, for Town. How are you feeling for this one? What sort of prediction are you going to put on it? Obviously, Newcastle scored 9 goals in the last 2 home games, which doesn't look good for Town, especially after just conceding 4 against Arsenal. Obviously, there was different circumstances of that. Relief Davis' his red card. But, yeah, what do you reckon, my friend?
Trips to St James's Park, they obviously dropped into the Championship a couple of times, didn't they, during Ipswich's long stint there? And looked streets ahead of Ipswich in general during that period, didn't they? I think it brings back memories. The last trip to St James's Park brings back memories of that sort of semi-viral video of Jonathan Douglas kind of strolling about in midfield and looking a little bit lost. Can't remember how the score finished that day. Was that 4-0, 3-0? 3-0. I'm just looking at it now. Obviously, they did get the win, didn't they, against Newcastle in the Portman Road game on the Easter Monday with the Emir Hughes goal. But I'm buying myself a little bit of time to basically say that I can only see this going one way, and that's a pretty comfortable Newcastle win. I think only Man City have scored more home goals than Newcastle this season. They're fully motivated. I think their performance against Villa last weekend was probably based a little bit on fatigue. If you hear Jason Tyndall talking about maybe it was one game too many after they played midweek and had a busy schedule, they've had a bit of time to prepare for this one. I just think again we're gonna see a bit of a class gap, unfortunately. I've gone Newcastle 4, and I'll give Ipswich a goal. Ipswich 1.
So sadly, we're going to go down on a whimper then, Stu. Because confirmation relegation will be confirmed, unfortunately. I've predicted a defeat. I've been predicting wins recently, but I don't know, after last week's result against Arsenal, I just feel like I think the Town team are just no confidence there, and we won't lose 4-1. But I don't know, 2-0 defeat. I'll be happy with that. Obviously not happy that Town lost, and obviously people watching this right now going, Ross predicting a defeat. But you got Newcastle, their quality, and Town are pretty much down, which will be a shame, but it's been coming, hasn't it, Stu?
Yeah, it has. Yeah, I mean, it's effectively done, isn't it? 15 points adrift, only 15 to play for. Goal difference is vast. I think, is it 20 goals worse off than West Ham? So Ipswich could go to St James's Park and win, but as long as if West Ham get anything from their game, off the top of your head, who have they got? They've got. Let's have a look while I'm on here now.
God, sorry guys. Yeah, this is. We look at Ipswich Town fixtures, not the others.
I'm going to find it for you now. They're away to Brighton in a 3:00 kickoff on Saturday as well. So as long as they got anything there, that would be Ipswich done. Obviously, Ipswich have to win, which is a very tall order. So it's done, isn't it? Let's be honest. But for it to happen at Newcastle, where the fans are right up in the gods and fairly sort of detached from the pitch, is a difficult one. But it'll be the hardcore support that goes up there. And we saw the reaction at the end, didn't we? Even after the Arsenal game last weekend, that I think people are still on board with the bigger picture and the manager and this group of players. You talk about going down with a whimper. These next few games are really difficult. Newcastle, then going to Everton away. They've really picked up under Moyes. Penultimate game at Goodison Park. Brentford, who have had a really solid mid-table season, but players like Mbeumo and Vissa are obviously very dangerous. Then come to Portman Road, and then after that it's Leicester away and West Ham at home to finish. So I just hope, particularly those last 2 games, Ipswich can finish with a reasonable amount of positivity to take off into the summer and into next season.